this is Tanya Dirk today with another Technique by Tanya video. Today I am going to be showing you some of the wonderful, well actually one of the wonderful qualities of Clear Scraps acrylic. Clear Scraps acrylic is very versatile, and one of the things I love about it is the ability to emboss it. What you need is you need to have an embossing machine. I'm going to be using a Spellbinder's Grand Caliber. You can use a Cuttlebug, you can use a Physics, any of those other machines out there will work just as well. You also need to have an embossing folder. The embossing plates won't work. You need to have a folder that can press it together. So here I have a Cuttlebug embossing folder, and then you need your Clear Scraps acrylic. What I'm using today is just the general ATC, the trading cards that are Clear Scraps. The reason these are colored instead of clear is because I have painted them so that on the video I think the embossing will show up better. This is just one of the cool techniques that I love to do. So like I said, I started off with two of the ATC, the trading cards from Clear Scraps. They were clear. I just took regular paintbrush, regular paint, and painted it on. So I've got a yellow one and a white one because I'm going to show you two different little versions of this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my painted piece of acrylic and I'm going to just slip it right here inside of my embossing folder. Line it up to where I want it, close it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it in my sandwich and run it through my machine. The sandwich for this particular machine, the Spellbinder's Grand Caliber, is just the base plate. Then you put your embossing folder in there and then you cover it with the embossing plate. And you're going to get my arm in your way here for a minute because unfortunately the handle to the machine is on the other side, so I apologize for that. Just run it through. It can be a little tough. Sometimes you have to stand up, which is what I'm going to do right now to get the oomph going. So, got that one through. I'm going to lift it up, take it out of the sandwich and out of the folder. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the film or not, but this is the back side, the non-painted side. You can see I've got some nice leaves impressioned in there. There's the front side where I have the paint. Now, to make that stand out a little bit more, I'm going to take a sanding block and I'm going to sand. And of course it's going to take the paint off of the raised areas. You can do it as little as you want or as much as you want. Obviously, the more sanding and the more paint you take off, the more of that acrylic is going to come through. You can see my image starting to pop here a little bit. Okay. So what I have done on this particular one is I have taken this embossed card and I am embossing the raised part. And because I put this paint side up, the raised part is the leaves. Now, if I put this piece back through the machine into the embossing folder and I put paint side down, we're going to get a little bit different effect, and I'm going to show you what that one looks like. So, back to the base plate, the embossing folder, and then the embossing plate. I'm going to run this back through the machine. On this one, you're going to see that on the painted side of the trading card, the leaves are now depressed rather than raised up. They're indented. So, once again, I'm going to take my sanding block to make this stand out a little bit more, and I'm going to start sanding. Now, this one is going to take the paint off of the background instead of the leaf. Now, let's see if I can hold these up and you can see a difference. Look up here in the corner of this one in particularly. You can see where the Clear Scraps acrylic is starting to show through, and the paint is nicely embedded in the leaves. And then this one is the opposite. You can see the paint coming off the leaves, but the paint's still nicely embedded on the background.